Hello, friends.
Oh, we're doing this again.
It's time for the spectacular.
Oh, I'm excited.
A jumbo series of live shows.
Cool.
With guests whom you all know.
We sure do.
We got all you need in the TV Co app, which is free. We're talking everyday life with BB alums, old school, new school. It's all epic fun. So let's get started, friends, because us three got a lot to discuss.
We do.
It's time to enjoy the show.
It is.
Let's see who'll be joining us.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
You're doing great.
Guess who's enjoying the intro?
Hooray!
It's me, and I'm sorry, Nicole, I tried for you, but we got guests. We gotta start the show. Go, Nicole, start the show. Start it now.
Fine.
Level up, level up, level up,
Hi,
level up.
hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Hello.
Hi, everybody. I was singing 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Level up, level up, level up, level up, level up. Oh, the cookies are so yummy. I love cookies.
Cookies are so yummy?
Yeah, isn't that what she says?
Does she? I don't know. I don't necessarily listen to Oh, whoa, there's a tornado. All right, look, I was just having an OCD moment where I really wanted to fix this because it was bothering me.
Understood.
And it kind of backfired. It's like I'm not centered. I don't like it. Still not. I'm gonna let it go.
Okay, it looks good. It looks centered.
I've drawn everyone's attention to it, and it's really bothering me.
I think it's fine. You look good.
I look good. You know what else is good, Nicole?
A lot of things, but I know what's especially good.
Is when people follow, like, and subscribe wherever they are watching this show. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, wherever you guys are watching, that is where you should be making sure that you are following, liked, and subscribed to these shows so you get notified every single time we go live. Of course, since we are live now, share the show. Let people know that we are live. You can take that link on Twitter, or you can click the 3 little dots if you are on TVCo. Wherever you are, share the show. Let people know that we're live now, or when you're watching this back in the future, if you liked it, you can share the direct link to the show. We really appreciate it. Sharing is caring.
Absolutely. And with any of our shows, if you're listening to the audio version, make sure you leave it a 5-star rating and a positive review. And of course, with anything, if you're like, where do I find it? Where do I find them? Where do I find their shows? What kind of shows have they had? Well, your answers are solved over at www.hellofriendspod.com.
Yes, it is. And there you can find all of the links. Is that what you said, Nicole?
It is. I said you can find everything, everyone, everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, if you want my socials, Nicole's socials, Hello Friends socials, if you're having trouble of where is the Hello Friends community? How do we participate in the polls and the comments and Nicole's box of stuff that is going to be part of this show?
Um,
The what?
the suggestion box. I don't know if we should call
Suggestion
it
box.
dating in Nicole's box. I don't know.
I did call it Nicole's box. I meant suggestion box.
Mhm. You got
Nicole,
it.
I'm not going to be able to keep up the lie the whole show.
What's the lie? Go ahead.
If I don't get it out of the way right now, it's going to be bad. And then it's also going to be one of those things where like I keep thinking about it and I go, don't say it, don't say it. And then it's like, guess everyone, I don't feel well.
Eric does not feel well.
I might have a fever. I might be, there might be things happening over here. It's all I'm saying. No one has a
I
need to be alerted or scared or frightened. I thought Nicole was sick until I saw that she showed up with her hair parted and it looks like she's going to a photo shoot. So clearly she's fine.
I am also not feeling my best, but I have a lot of medicine, a lot of tea, and a lot of makeup pulling it all together, baby.
Oh, I don't have to worry about makeup, but thank goodness for filters. Let me tell you that. Don't I
I'm
look like
actually,
I have red? I have color in my face.
and I used
So
a copper eyeshadow
it's lovely.
that looks right. It's a very like lovely color. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Life is good. We're good. We're good.
We are good. And we have
Yeah.
so much to discuss here on this show today. Like we said, for the past week, you
Hmm.
guys have been weighing in the Hello Friends community in the TV Co app on a lot of these hot topics. And, sometimes we like to do the hot topics or the rapid fires on the podcast. And then a lot of people said, no, 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 no. We want to watch your reactions to the things that we are voting on and weighing in on. To which I said, great day when I don't feel good. Oh,
So it is a hot topic Tuesday.
hot topic.
Hot topic Tuesday, which does begin with a confession that
Oh,
for those of you who may have, heard or listened
yeah,
when I was sharing about the results of the Airhead pillow poll, I lied. And Eric
you
caught
did.
me. He went in to, the behind the scenes. He pulled the curtain back and he was like, "You lied. The results were overwhelmingly in your favor. 81% of people agree they don't know what an Airhead pillow is, and only 18% of people agreed with me. So when I said I was right and then I won, I lied. And I apologize for lying. This is my public apology.
I knew that you were wrong because literally there wasn't one when we originally brought up this topic during the, podcast recording. You didn't have one person who knew what it was. Not one.
No, nobody knew who it was, which is very interesting to me because when it's something you've grown up doing, it's like, really? Nobody from my generation. But I guess that makes sense being as though my sisters and I didn't know till a friend showed us. And now I'm going to, you know, bestow that gift on everybody, whether it be this week or next week. And I'm going to show you guys live how to make an airhead pillow.
Okay, so you guys have a few days. Get your airheads.
Hmm.
If you don't know what an airhead is, it's like a taffy candy.
Yeah, it's a rectangle. It comes in different flavors. Everybody knows the best one is when you get the mystery flavor. And you're like, what is this? Is this strawberry? Is this blueberry? Is this watermelon? It's just delicious goodness. So airheads are amazing. And airhead pillows, I actually don't prefer to when they're flat, but still cool, still cool.
Why do people do it then if they don't prefer it?
It's just a thing. It's a fad. You know what I mean? When that one
I'm
kid in
sorry, it's a
school
what?
realized it's a fad, FAD.
Okay.
It's a fad. Like when that one kid in school does it, and everyone's like, "That's cool. I'm gonna do it too." Do you turn your airhead into a pillow?
Okay. I mean, this is clearly a thing from your generation. Because
Apparently.
I have never heard of this trend. Now, for those of you that do not know what an airhead is, I went ahead and I handily dandily boop.
Oh,
That's what they look like.
oh my
So
gosh, so good. I
go
haven't had one in years.
really?
Hmm.
Well, go ahead and find one at your local store, and you will be ready for when we do our Airhead Challenge.
We're gonna whip it. Who can whip it faster? Lord have mercy. Okay.
Yes, I feel like I've been
With the,
practicing for this my whole life. What? I like
act like I
candy.
have not.
I like candy.
I'm sure you do.
I do.
I'm sure you
Uh,
do.
Nicole A fan over in chat is saying, I'm doing it right now with an airhead.
I like the
So,
second part of that. With an airhead.
yeah, of course, with an airhead. I mean, this are you making fun of me because you heard about the Devon tweet
No. What are you talking about? What? What happened?
the other day?
Okay.
Devon put out a tweet about Candace, and Davon said, um, something like, nobody blank, literally nobody ever blank. And then it said Candace. And then it says, play It's Raining Tacos song.
Oh, okay.
You know, this,
Cadence.
did I say Candace?
You
I
did.
just want to be very clear that I have a fever and I'm barely hanging on, everyone. Barely hanging on.
Oh, I
Okay.
was sitting here going, who is Candace?
Literally, Nicole asked me a question before, and I said, I'm not sure where I am. Just want to be clear. Okay. So
When you were
I,
arguing with me what time the show starts,
yeah,
because you lost track of the day. But go ahead.
I replied to that because now you know the song. Um, because I've played it for you because Hubs always listens to it.
Yes.
So I replied and I said, my Hubs is 41 years old. And I've come home to this song playing countless times in the past 2 years. I don't know why
Oh,
you're laughing.
I remember now because I read that tweet and you forgot the word home.
Correct.
I get it now. I don't know why. I was like, oh, he left out a word. That's embarrassing. But I didn't actually read it back. Oh, that's embarrassing. Oh, damn. And then I commented, I like Space Unicorn.
Everyone got a
Is your
good laugh out of that one.
So you forgot the word home. So you come home to uh it's raining tacos. You know.
About 50 times in the past 2 years.
That's the most glorious thing I've ever heard. I'm very glad that happened the way it did. For once it's you and not me. I'm usually the one that, tweets something out about, thanking a tea bag. You know what I mean? Or writing something that all of a sudden, does a 180 on me. So I'm glad it was you for once. And I need to go find that tweet and retweet it right now.
Oh, I deleted it instantly and redid, or not instantly, it was up for at least 10 minutes. I realized there was a problem when my phone started going ding, 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 and I was like, what is happening? And it's just people going, ha ha ha, oh my God, your tweet, oh my God, your tweet, ha ha, oh my God.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
It was not good. So I thought that's what you were referring to when you were mocking me.
I was not. But on that vein of, mocking people, I have been
Mm,
sharing that apparently I have not been chivalrous my whole life in thinking that I've been polite and amazing in holding the door for people. And for those of you that listen to our podcast on Monday, Martin Luther King Day, we were talking about ways to be kind, one of which is holding the door for someone. And you and I had very, very different definitions for what it means to hold a door. You
mhm,
believe it is physically opening the door, holding it as you step back and letting the person behind you walk in front of you, walk inside or outside, and then you walk behind them. Whereas I view it as you grab the door, you walk in, you hold the door so that person can grab it from you, and then you proceed forward in front of that person and they follow behind. And you made it as though nobody in chat agreed with me. Nobody ever heard of holding the door for someone else to grab. And I am so rude. And I've gone my whole life without being chivalrous. And it really affected me because I said, damn, am I the only one that does it this way? There's no way. I've been to college. I've been to Kohl's. And this is what people do. You know what I'm saying? So
mhm,
we held a poll in the Hello Friends community of the TVCO app, and we had people vote. And just
mhm.
as I suspected, it was almost an even split, but in your favor. So we had 54% of people agree with you that you open the door, you hold it and stay out and let the person walk. And 45%, which was a lot more than I think you would have guessed, do what I do, hold the door, wait for the person to grab it and continue forward. Obviously, it's a little bit different now due to COVID times, but we have a pretty, I feel, hot topic, heated debate, kind of an even split of how you properly open a door for somebody. And I'm wondering the genders and ages of everybody who voted.
Okay, so I feel the first thing that we need to do is we need to go to our good old pal Merriam-Webster.
Okay.
They're in charge of defining words and giving them meanings.
Hmm.
Okay. So to hold something, in regards to it being a verb, an
Hmm.
action word, means to continue in the same way or degree and maintain position, refusing to give ground.
Yeah, and that's what I'm doing until the other person takes it. Hence, when you say to somebody, can you hold these boxes? And then, okay, now hand them to me. So whereas you hold the door, I hold and hand over the door. So I guess you are right. But like, I'm still holding the door. I'm not letting it slam in their face, but I am then transferring the holding.
So you could transfer, but I still maintain you're opening the door. I would say it's more about because here was my question that somebody asked me after that show, and I was like, "That's a good question. I should have asked her that."
Right.
So when you open the door, right? So for those of you that are confused, Nicole will open the door. You put your hand there to like stop the door from hitting the person behind you. When they get there and they put their hand on the door, then you go, correct?
Yep. Yep.
So
You
technically,
hold it
no
with your
one's
hand.
going around you.
No, sometimes they do, which is very awkward, but that's what I was
Correct.
saying
I agree with that.
during the podcast. But yeah, you hold it with your hand until they grab it. The person goes, thank you. And you're like, you're welcome. And you proceed forward.
Okay, what you've done is open the door.
So I open the door for people. You hold the door for people.
Correct. You could say I opened the door for people because you are the one that went there and opened it. One could also argue you opened it for yourself and because you're going to keep going. But I would say in a way to make people understand and for you to win the argument, I would phrase it as I open the door for people.
I open the
People
door for
are
people.
people are getting hung up on the holding part.
Yeah, I get, but I'm holding it open till that person
Mm,
approaches long enough to grab it. It's not like I'm opening the door, then letting it slam on their face and I proceed. I hold it till they are at the point where they're holding it.
yeah, no, I hear you. I'm saying if you want it to be where more people understand your point, I would go with saying I open it for people.
Okay, so I open the door for people, you hold the door for people. But where I was going with that, what I found really interesting in talking a bit to chat during my hangout show, I
Uh-huh.
think a lot of it has to do and not to stereotype and not to pigeonhole, but I think a lot of it does have to do with like your age, your
Yeah.
gender, like the person who is behind you. If I'm about to open a door for somebody and I see they have a handful of stuff, I will then open the door, hold it. I feel like I'm messing up the words. I will then hold the door for them. If I'm opening the door and the person has like 3 kids, I'm like, oh dear God, they have 2 carriages, and then I will, hold the door open. So I think it very much depends on that, because what somebody also shared was sometimes people get angry. Sometimes people kind of get insulted. It's like what we were saying with the pay for the person's groceries. Sometimes it could be a pride thing. Sometimes if you open the door and hold it for somebody and say, oh, go ahead, sometimes the person can get insulted and say, what, you think I can't hold my own door? You think I can't get it myself? And someone in the TVCO community was sharing that had happened to them.
Yeah, if someone did that to me, I'd be like, I don't know. I'm just doing a nice thing. You seem angry. Do you want a cookie? I might have a cookie in my pocket. Do you need sugar? What is happening? Who hurt you? I'm just holding a door for you, buddy. So okay, I'm not trying to trap you or trick you here, but
Okay.
I want to be clear.
Yes.
So if you saw someone behind you
Yes.
carrying a whole bunch of boxes, they have no free hands, you're gonna go to the door and
I'm going to, I feel like I'm using the wrong words. I'm going to open it and then stand in there and hold it open as they walk through it.
so you're in the doorway.
Yes. Well, it depends on which way the door pulls. If the door pulls out, I'll stand outside and let them walk. If the door pushes in, I'll stand in and hold it. Depends on the door.
That's a good point. I didn't factor in the door factor here.
Sometimes doors push in, sometimes they pull out. So you got to know whether you're pulling out or pushing
Okay,
in.
so it's an opening out door. Person has a lot of boxes. You're getting to the door first. What are you doing?
I'm pulling it, stepping behind it, and letting them go before me. Then I go.
Which is called.
Holding the door for someone.
I wanted to know what you were going to call it. Wouldn't you have called that opening the door?
This is semantics and you're messing with my brain. That would be, I would call that holding the door because you're holding it.
Oh, really? Okay. Now, when there's somebody walking behind you and they have 2 able hands and no problem at all, you get to the door and
I open it for them. So
that's opening. So
I hear
that's
you
not
now.
what then?
It's not holding it.
Right. So again,
But,
you're what?
but think about when people go, hold the door, like on a train. You're not sitting there forever and holding it open. You're
Yeah, that is
stopping it.
exactly
So
what you're doing. You're stopping
no,
those train doors from closing.
you stop it just long enough so they can get in before. Oh my goodness. No, it's contradictory because you're saying
Nope.
what I do is you open the door because you hold it till the person walks through. I hold the door
No.
for the person to grab it. So if you're saying hold the door, that would argue you're holding the train door open until the person comes to grab it themselves. They're not saying open the door. No, you are right. I have it reversed. Damn
Yeah,
it.
you do.
You're right. You're right. You know what? I will. Your fever and all, you've gotten me. You've gotten me very good. You are right. If you are
First of
holding the
all,
door, you hold it so that the person can step through. You're right. You're right. You're right.
first of all, it took a fever to get me to realize how to explain it correctly.
It took a fever for me to
So
understand it.
there's that. Look, here's the most important part, and I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. I am going to take it from Ileana, 82 in the TV Code chat. I do both depending on the situation, and I hate when I don't get a thanks. Regardless of how a door is held for you,
Mhm.
it is the courteous and polite thing to do to say thank you when someone
Yes.
holds a door for you.
I grew up with thank yous, and I'm also a sorrier. I'm one of those people where you can bump into me and I'll go, oh, sorry, which is not good.
Mm-hmm. Mhm.
But yes, I grew up, you say thank you. Best believe someone holds a door for you, someone helps you, you say thank you. And it shocks me the people that don't. Because you're kind of waiting when
That's what
you're
your foot's
holding
for.
the door. You're kind of waiting for that moment. Thank you. That's how you know to let go. If the person doesn't say it, it's like
The
very
person
unnerving.
doesn't say it, it's, "Oops, my foot moved."
Oh, I use my hand. I guess COVID times depends.
And then when they're
Oh,
on the floor, I would be like, "Ooh, sorry," and then I would keep walking.
that's not nice. I think the person that doesn't say thank you coincides with the person that just scoots through it. Because, like I said, the person that says thank you, it usually means like they're passing the baton. They're going to take the door from you. If they don't say thank you, usually they're just going to walk through it, and then you're standing there like, what just happened?
Just so you know, FYI, if I saw someone in your position with in the holding the door scenario, I would say thank you and I would walk past you.
Which is
I would
fine as long
assume
as you
you're
say
a
thank you.
weird person that doesn't understand how to hold the door open, but thank you. That's what I
But at
would
least,
do.
but at least you're saying thank you. If you did that to me, I
Yes.
would go, oh, he must be in a rush, or he must need the door held for him for some reason. But at least he said thank you.
Steve says for another day, but in response to thank you, is no problem as good as you're welcome. So so we're holding the door, the person says thank you. Do we accept? I mean, do we then say no problem or you're welcome?
Depends on my mood. Depends on the person's tone when they say it. If it's like thank you, then it's like a no problem. Like, like, so silly. If it's a thank you, then it's you're welcome. Like you kind of gauge the tone and the personality of the person.
Okay, so you do it for me, you be you. I'm holding the door.
Thank you.
Um, oh, you're welcome. Okay, I got it. I'm sorry. I messed it up. I'm holding the door.
No, I'm holding the door.
You're holding the door.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm not looking for a conversation, lady.
All right, then go through the door then. You're welcome. Dick.
Okay. Now be a hot guy.
Okay. Holding the
Thank
door.
you.
You're welcome.
Do you come here a lot?
I don't know. Do you come to Taco Zone a lot?
Yeah, I love tacos. Want to go get tacos?
Let's go. Right now.
And
I'll
then
hold the
I
door
find
for you.
out he's straight and tacos meant something different. Sad one. Sad one. I think the moral of the story and the important thing that we've learned on this show
Yes.
is that now you know the correct way to hold the door.
I know the correct way to open the door if I'm opening it, but I will still continue to hold the door. Yes.
It's taco time.
Taco time.
Okay.
Speaking of,
Uh-huh.
I was gonna say,
Of.
speaking of taco time, which is a weird transition, but I'm doing my best here. Very much leads to
Mhm.
bathroom time.
Oh, here we go.
We got some
Another hot topic.
another hot topic, which, by the way, huge shout out to Melissa S in the TV Co app in the Hello Friends community. She gave us two amazing debates for this show, both of which are referring to the bathroom. And you and I already argue about a lot of things. The first of these arguments is toilet paper. Does the
Mhm.
loose end of the roll go over the top of the roll and hang there? Does it go back and under the roll and you have to pull it from underneath? Or are you like, nah, I have it sitting on a shelf and I just pick it up and I tear it and I put it back?
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
We're going to start with this one.
Mm-hmm.
If you are a person who has the toilet paper on a shelf or somewhere behind you where now you're turning around and fumbling on the toilet seat looking for a roll of toilet paper, who hurt you? Who did that? Even if you don't want to screw one of those things into your wall, they got a lot of cute things. You can get like a little giraffe with a long head that you can just slide the toilet paper down. Your toilet paper should be easily accessible with an arm's reach of wherever you are sitting.
Agreed.
So that's number one.
Mm-hmm.
Now, number two, I've never really thought of this before. No pun.
Okay.
I know a lot of people have this over under debate, and I've never really thought about it before until you explained it. Then I realized I guess I do care. I've clearly not cared enough that if it was ever on the wrong way, that I've ever made a big deal about it. I'm assuming I just turned it around. But anyway, what way do you think I have it?
I feel as though, and correct me if I'm wrong,
I
I
mean,
feel
you
as though
should
you
know.
I feel as though you have it under.
Okay.
Because I feel like
And
I'm gonna be honest for a second, because during the pre-show, it was brought to my attention that sometimes people go to your house and switch it on you, and I'm like, that's horrible, the audacity. But now I think I've done that at people's houses, and I think I've done it at your house.
wait, you've done what?
Flip the roll.
So meaning it was under, you flipped it to over.
Yeah.
Okay, so I agree with you. I've never realized this until you explain it, but no, if it was under, that was an accident. I always have it over. Because when it's under and it's on that toilet paper roll,
You
you're like
can't,
hitting your hand into the wall to try and grab it. What kind of Neanderthal are you?
and then you can't like rip it right because then you're touching the roll. Like you're like,
Yeah, and your pee hands are all over the wall. What is
"Ah."
wrong with you people? Who
So,
raised you?
so I very much like the top, but I've had to deal with it every which way because in the Big Brother house, people switch it. People switch it based on their preference, and sometimes people will take it off the little thing that it's on and put it on the shelf. And I've had to deal with that where you have to take it off the shelf and rip it. And what's really interesting is during BB21, people would get heated, especially early on in the season when there was a lot of us. I remember people walking in the kitchen and being like, who changed the toilet paper roll? Why was it moved? And I'm like, damn, people like have issues living with other people. Like I'm the type of person, I know I have my preference and I'll either just switch it or I just leave it. You gotta just deal with it. But if it's my house, I will switch it so it's over. If I'm in charge of it, I put it so that it's over because like you said, under you're touching the roll, you're touching the cabinet or the wall, or whatever it may be. And when
Yeah.
it's loose, if it's loose, you got to pick up the whole roll. You got to like undo it, however, rip it, try to put it back. And where my ladies at? We got enough things we need to focus on. We can't be worried about that.
I'd argue men have more things they're worrying about in that area.
I beg to differ, especially if it's time of the month and you have other, bodily fluids you're trying to.
It's still just a liquid. We got like things hanging down and other things around the town. There's a lot
Yeah,
happening. We got
nah,
obstacles.
nah, nah. Typically, do you guys even wipe when you pee? Nah.
Who doesn't wipe when they pee?
Don't people just like,
I mean, men can shake,
yeah, like
but
a
then I
woman can't
think
do
when you
that?
get in your 40s, you're like, ugh, better get a napkins because it's probably going to drip some more.
And like women, you have to, because otherwise, it's how you get like rashes and UTIs and all that fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome.
And this is a good point. I was going to ask this, and I see Nicole, a fan of Eric, asked a topic for another time, but there is no time like the present.
Yep.
Is how many squares do you use when you are taking it?
I don't count because it depends on what type of toilet paper we're talking about. If we're talking like if I'm over someone's house and they have like the fancy Charmin, like quadruple layered bull crap, like that's very different. If you have thinner, like one ply, that's very different. Mine is more so how it feels in my hand. Like I know by like the thickness and the weight. And then, like, it also depends what you're wiping. Are you wiping up number one, number two, other things? You know what I'm trying to say?
I got it. I know what you're trying to say. Got it.
Yeah,
Got it. I
yeah.
was unsure what the other things were, but I got them.
Blood.
Yeah, oh, gross. I mean, not gross, totally part of human anatomy and nature, and you're all beautiful.
Thank you. It's
Also
a
the reason
perfectly
I'm
natural thing.
gay,
It's a
but
natural
yes.
thing. It's a
Yep.
natural.
Yeah, no, totally.
I don't even get it.
I don't trust things that bleed and don't die.
But technically, it is. It's a shedding.
Yep, nope. Jen got it. Good. Next topic.
I should do a whole episode where I just teach you about like
Nope, I'm
female
so
hygiene.
good. I'm the best right
So,
now.
so the results of that poll: 71% of people agree over the top of the roll. We have, I feel like neither sits nearby them and they pick it up and tear it is 12%. And guys, I don't know here. Under 16%. That's a lot of
Does
people.
anybody want to own up to being in the 16% in chat?
Like,
I
who was it that
learned
voted for under, you know?
I learn so much. Wow. Nicole fans and under. Steve's and under.
No,
Michelle's and under. Lucy is an is a I'm sorry, Nicole fans a neither.
oh, a shelfer.
Yeah, I guess it's Shelfer.
Interesting,
Huh.
interesting. Says a lot about your personality, I feel. Like it's different personality types.
Fishing Mom says 73 and I'm always under.
Oh.
I don't understand.
But you know, 73, consistent.
63.
63, consistent, you know? Been doing it for that
Yeah.
long. If you're an under, you're an under. And if you're an over, you're an over. Sometimes, but
I
it
guess
could
it's
be
just how
either.
you were raised.
It depends on whatever floats your boat, you know?
Yeah, I guess if people were raised in an under house, then they grow up and they become unders and then they raise other unders.
I don't think so though. My dad's an under and I just switch it. I switch it. I don't tell him because I was gonna know, but I flip the role in his bathroom because we have separate bathrooms. But like I flip it because I'm like, no, sorry, Bob, it needs to be over.
Cat 5 says under, but it really doesn't matter. I'm just happy to have toilet paper. Now, I agree with you on that. That's what I kind of said too. Like, I didn't even realize that this was an issue. Redheaded Michelle over and have to change it if it's under.
Same. Yeah, because in the Big Brother house, I would just flip it. I'd either leave it or I'd flip it. So I'd probably be one of the people that added to the turmoil. I just wouldn't voice it. But it is true. As long as we have toilet paper, which on that note, I believe if you're gonna buy one of them, paper towels, toilet paper, or tissues, you're better off with tissues. You can use tissues as napkins to wipe stuff up, and you can use tissues as toilet paper to wipe your butt. You cannot use toilet paper to wipe up a spill because it's so thin, it's gonna break and go everywhere. And you can't use like uh paper towels to wipe your nose. They're too rough. Tissues are a gift to man. They are just the best of the paper products. That's my belief.
Would you like to know why people don't?
Because they're more expensive.
Way more expensive. You get like 20 to 50 tissues in a box, and then and that's like, I literally around here, we consider tissues to be like gold. We
Mm-hmm.
use them sparingly. I literally have decorative tissue in the bathroom where everyone knows that's not really a tissue box. That's just there to look like there's a tissue in it. There's really not. Don't you dare use that one.
Used it.
Um, you did. And then I told you that's the decorative tissue. We don't use that tissue. Um, I was blown away. Just like a box of tissues in Target's like $5.
Oh no. My family waits until they're on sale and we stockpile like the 99 cent ones because paper towels are far more expensive
I
and
agree.
the fancy pants like Charmin toilet paper is really expensive, but we don't do like that ply. We do like one or two. I think it's 2-ply, like the very thin toilet paper. So I think that's
Yeah.
cheaper than tissues.
I like a
Um,
1-ply toilet paper, 2-ply max, and I agree. Charmin and all of those things that you don't need it. You're ridiculous. You're killing the
yeah.
environment. You're killing your septic system. You're clogging up the pipes in your house. Get a bidet.
Yep, like calm down. You don't need that many plies to have a cushiony bottom when you wipe. Unless you have like a condition or like hemorrhoids, it's a whole nother ballpark. But yes, I would vote for bidet. And don't flush thick toilet paper, don't flush feminine hygiene products, don't flush tampons, don't flush baby wipes. Not smart, not safe, not good.
I can also change your life as well and just tell you that what Target does have is they have the unscented baby wipes, and you can buy a case of like 5,000 of them for like $8.99. And
Nice.
that is what we use, but you have to understand that you can't flush those down the toilet.
Well, I never, even if they say flushable wipes, no, they're not. Don't flush
No,
them.
they're not. I agree. Do not flush them. But that's why we have the handy dandy one of your favorites that you just move your arm open and the garbage pail opens for you. You put it in and it closes. There's no touching of a
Oh,
garbage pail or anything.
your one in the bathroom does that?
I got it for Christmas. You have not been here since I have that. Yes.
Okay. 'Cause I was like, ew, I've opened that trash can.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
Okay. Okay. So not last, but we're in the bathroom right now. We just talked about toilet paper over under whatever it may be. We have another question that
Mhm.
Melissa S proposed about
Okay.
taking a shower. And the question was, when you're preparing and getting set up to take a shower,
Yeah.
do you turn on the water, then get in under the shower head? Are you in there under the shower head and then turn on the water? Or are you a hybrid where you're in the shower but like off to the side and you turn on the water and you kind of like, and then you get under it?
Okay,
What
I
do you
got
do?
news. I got news for you. Anybody that stands under it before the water's on and turns it on are probably the same exact people who have the toilet paper roll going underneath. You're probably the same exact people that think holding a door is standing in the doorway with it. You're probably the same type of people that vote stupid in all the polls.
Well, 4%,
Yeah,
which is very
good.
scary to me. 4%, it should be zero. Get in and just turn on the water, which I
I
don't
don't believe it.
understand.
They're lying. They're
They're lying
lying. They're
because you don't know
100%.
you don't know. They say life is like a box of chocolates. No, life is like a shower head. You don't know how you're going to get it. Are you going to get it cold? You're going to get it hot. You could freeze your face. You could burn your face. So I don't believe that. So I believe they're liars, and that this poll falls
And,
on the
and
people, whether being out of it or in it, but next to it.
I want to enact the rule that I said the other day.
Okay.
If there is 4% on a poll that we know nobody would ever vote this way, we ban those accounts from voting. They're
Well,
screwing up our good results.
here's the thing. You will not be blocked because I am half of Hello Friends. If anybody voted for the stand under the shower head and turn it on, please fess up and tell us how. How do you
Yeah,
not
why
burn
would you
yourself?
not at this point? Don't you
How
want
do
to
you
get
not?
yelled at?
No, I'm fascinated by them. I think they're worthy of of a shout out, of a trophy. How do you not burn
Of being
yourself?
called a liar. Nobody
How,
does that. It's the middle of the. Okay, I will say this. The only way I see that happening is if you live in an environment or a climate where when you turn on your water, it's going to be some base level of a neutral temperature. In other words, you're not going to turn it on and have ice cold water come flying at you in 30-degree winter weather outside and your house is 60 degree. You know what I'm saying?
so you're saying
That
more outdoor showers where like you pull the thing and it's going to be an outdoor temperature, nice temperature
Oh,
water,
sure.
not
I
where
mean,
we live.
sure, I wasn't, but that is a great scenario in one of those showers. Although in an outdoor shower, I think I would do the turn it on but out of the way and wait and feel it and then get in is how I would handle that.
Okay.
But how I actually do it is I turn it on.
Mhm.
And then I go and I grab my hand towel. I grab the regular towel. I'll get undressed. I'll bring my bathrobe over. But I still don't have to wait and watch because I got the best thing from Amazon or eBay 8 years ago and it changed my life.
What's that?
I got one of those shower spas.
Okay.
So it's just like a thing that you put on your wall. It's like a rectangle unit that goes on your wall. You like install it where your shower head would be.
Mhm.
And then it has a shower head, but it also has like misting jets.
Okay.
And it also has a hand wand.
Okay.
And it also has the spurt that can fill a spout for the bathtub if you need to fill the
Oh,
bathtub water. So it has
okay.
all those different options of what you do when you turn the knob, but it also has a temperature sensor.
Ooh.
So I know if it says 90 or higher, I'm good to get under. 89 or below, no thank you, ho.
I love that. I'm not as fancy. My temperature feeler is my hand. So
Wow.
I, at home, I am already undressed. Everything's ready to go. Then I turn on the water because I don't like to let it just run and waste. So I turn on the water. I do like, the acclimation from outside to kind of feel it. Once it's good, I hop in. But then again, we have like a smaller bathtub shower situation, whereas a place like the Big Brother house, where it's literally a walk-in shower, I would get in, stand next to it, and acclimate, then get under it. So I think it depends on like maybe like the format or the size and shape of your showering unit.
I don't care what size your unit is.
I do.
You can always turn the water on first and then wait to get in when it's a comfortable temperature. I don't think anybody needs to be naked in a shower area, dipping into this thing, splashing cold water everywhere. You can always stand outside the shower and wait until you see steam.
True, true, true. But
Now,
sometimes you gotta get in there with your clothes on and then strip. Hence Big Brother. So don't come at me, bro.
no, that's not real world scenario. So, here's the one that you're never expecting is a hotel shower. The worst one I've ever done, I believe, was in Mohegan Sun,
Okay.
where they upgraded us to some like amazing bathroom suite. And it was like the first time I was ever in a glass shower that had like a seat and like, the water's coming from in front of you like a normal shower head. But then there were buttons on the wall.
Okay.
And I remember like I had the water on, so it was coming out like at me. And I was like, what does this button do? And I pressed it, and that started up the rain from the ceiling, which was ice cold.
Oh,
So now it's shooting down ice cold water on me, to which then I push the next button, which turns off the water that's coming directly at me. And so then I'm like, oh my God, turn off the other one, which did not turn off the other one. That started the spray misting jets, which were then also ice cold. I was screaming, fumbling around. I could,
oh,
like when you're in complete shock, like I don't
yes.
know how people do those polar bear challenges or stuff. Like my body was going into shock by the time I pressed the second button. I was just frozen. Like I couldn't move. I was just screaming, "Help me." To which my hubs literally walked in and went, "Press, press." I was like, "You never been in a
Oh,
shower before?" And I was like, "It
do you
was
ever see
coming from
those?
everywhere." What?
No, those TikToks are very accurate when they show the faucet at my house and it's like one knob, the faucet at my friend's house, and it's like all these gadgets and gizmos. When you see it at someone's house, it's always different from your own. And I'm always like, okay, how do I turn that on? How do I get to hot? How do I turn it off? My biggest fear, and it's happened when you can't turn it off because you forgot which way to turn it.
I
That's
can tell
embarrassing.
you I built this house. I
Hmm.
installed every sink, every faucet, everything that has to do with this house I did myself.
Hmm.
It has been 7 years. I could not tell you which direction any sink is to be cold. I have no idea if it's cold left or cold hot. I have no clue. Bathroom sink, kitchen sink, other bathroom. I have zero clue. I only know which way is hot for the shower and the bathtub. That's it. It's
That's
been
so
7
funny.
years. I still have no clue.
I'm very conditioned in my house, like it just impulse to turn it on. So when my dad flipped the ones in the kitchen, it's been like a couple months now. I'm still mind effed by them because I've been conditioned for so many years to do it a certain way, and now I just can't. My brain won't recondition itself, so I just sit there going back and forth with knobs until they turn off.
I don't get it. Like, I literally don't get it.
I don't get it either. Just like I don't get people that apparently are under the shower head when they turn on the water,
They're
which, by the way,
liars.
ignoring the liars, no offense, liars, 82% of people turn on the water, then physically get into the shower, under the
Yeah.
shower head, and 12% are already in the shower when they turn the water on, but they're off to the side. So
Let me put it to you this
that
way.
makes sense.
If this is going to help anybody out listening or watching or doing anything live right now, right? If you are one of the people that voted stupid in the door poll, okay, but you understand how to take a shower, I'm going to forgive you
Aww.
about the
And
door.
for those of you who turn on the water while under the faucet, I will I will be the forgiving one. It's gonna be very difficult,
I
but I
won't.
can do it.
I will
That's
not.
tough. That's
Nope,
like
not going to do it.
that now that's the TikTok where they like show like normal people like doing one thing and then it goes like and it's like crazy.
Yes, that would be, yes, 100%.
No
Unless you're
judgment,
in
just
hot climate weather. That is a good
yes.
point. I can understand the people standing under it to turn it on if you are telling me that you live in an environment where when you get under that water and turn it on, irregardless of what happens, that water will not be shocking to your system. You won't go, oh, that's cold, or oh, that's hot. You will just be
Yep,
like, oh, the water's running and now I'm standing under it. No big deal.
exactly. Because where we're from, especially on a cold day like today, if nobody else has bathed or showered before me, if I go in that bathroom and I just don't need the water, the pipes are going to be freezing, so I'm going to be ice cold. Or if you don't acclimate it, and that what is it? The hot water tank likes to make it really hot, and you put on the hot water, you're going to burn yourself.
Although I'm going to change everybody's life right now. It's the one thing that I'm really mad that I just missed the boat on because it just became a thing as we finished doing this house. But I've been researching them for the past 7 years and they've come such a long way. No one needs water heaters anymore. They are like a waste of electricity, a waste of water, all those things. They now have something that's like a box that goes on your wall, right? So now you're like your hot water heater has like the hot and the cold pipes and it goes into it and then the whole thing fills up and then it shoots the hot out. So now they have just a tiny little box that goes on your wall. You
Okay.
connect those same two things to it. You can get rid of your hot water heater and it instantly heats your water. So it doesn't like whereas a hot water heater has to keep using electricity or oil and stuff to keep that water hot all day and for when you need it, this box just heats the water when you're ready to use the water and you have unlimited hot water. You never have to worry about, ooh, I ran out of my hot water. You don't have to use all the electricity to keep your hot water good all day. I forget what they're called. Robin in chat says, I have that in my barn.
I will believe it if I see it. I would have to encounter it and use it because that's like blasphemous to me.
It's pretty much if you've ever been in a hotel, you've used it. Hotels don't have hot water heaters. That is the way a hotel heats all their water. It's called a tankless water heater. Thanks, Jen S. I
I'm
know. I
like,
thought
this
you
is
thought it
the
was going to
most
be a trick, but it's not.
It's the most generic name for it. It's called the tankless water heater. What's
And
that
they're
water
not
heater that doesn't
expensive.
use a tank? No?
They're cheaper than they're cheaper than buying a hot water heater. I was so enraged. Like I think our hot water heater cost something like $600. One of
Yeah.
those things cost like 250, 300.
Wow.
And I
Well,
wouldn't have had to have a giant water heater in my room, and it would have saved me hundreds of dollars keeping the water hot a year. I don't know why we don't just have an electrician come and hook it up for us.
but I'm guessing it uses electricity as you have the
Yes.
shower on to make it hot. So I mean, I guess it kind of balances in the long run.
It still uses way less than having to use electricity to keep the water hot for 24 hours versus heating it up when you need it.
True. Which, by the way, you know what I just thought of
What?
the other day? um, the little like turning knob on the top of my shower head was turned, so it was on the handheld one, and
Now that's the trick I don't like.
the handheld one was facing out, and I
Nope.
didn't know, right? So I go, okay, let me just turn the water, let me set up the water. I didn't realize the handheld one was on and facing out. I turned on just the cold, and when I tell you that hit me right in the face, shot me across the bathroom, that hurt so bad. I just remember that was like last week. It was so embarrassing. So I'm in the bathroom alone, like just got blasted in the face. I was so embarrassed, even though I was alone. I had to like crawl my way back to turn it off. I was freezing. Oh man, that was a hot mess or a
I
cold mess.
I hate when that happens.
It hurts.
That happens often because my hubs will leave it on the handheld and I'll forget that he left it on the handheld. And, like we have the seat kind of away from the middle of the shower. And then I have one of those suction cups where I'll take the wand and I'll put it in the suction cup so it's aimed at the seat. And then it will spin around towards the door. So I will open the door of the shower thinking I'm now going to turn the shower on. It's going to come down right ahead of me and I can walk out. Oh, no, no. It's still on that handheld thing. And here's the thing. It's a little droopy, like it's in that suction cup, but it's a little droopy because there's not water in it. So then when you turn the water pressure on, it perks up. It's not like you're just getting a one shot in your face. It goes zoop and ice cold you all up your whole body
Yep.
and then is shooting out of the shit. It's horrible.
But you feel alive. That's what wakes you up, gets you ready for your day.
Does not. And this is not an ad
So
or this was not planned, but I saw people saying we don't understand your shower in chat. It's on your TikTok.
my TikTok, Strong Island Nicole, is our one like dance where yeah, Eric's in the shower and I'm in the bathroom. So go check that out. I
Yeah, if you
busted
would
on him in
like
the
to
shower.
see the shower, you can see it. But now I feel like you're wrong and it's not on yours, it's on mine.
It might be on yours actually. So
Either
maybe
way, it's
check
on
out
one of
Valley
our
Recaps.
it's on one of ours. Just go look at our TikToks.
So
But yeah, go ahead.
wait, does the water come down on an angle and like kind of like hit you in the forehead, or is it above you, like trickling down like rain?
Mine is a rain shower head.
Oh wow, cool, cool, cool. So it's above you. Mine's like in front, like on an angle.
Yeah, that is what our shower wand is. Like I think what most people consider their shower heads, we have that kind of like as the wand that you can take off and use. And then up top, it's like a big giant disc that like rains water down on you.
Wow, so it's directly down. Mine's on an angle. That's actually very interesting. I've never
Mhm.
went into like a rain shower. Can I use your shower?
No,
I
of
don't want to get
things
rained
that
on.
I am certain you can make a poll, and I bet it will be come back 100%. Will Nicole ever be naked in my house? The answer is no.
Answer is I already have been. I had to change. Remember for finale, I changed in the bathroom. Remember you locked me in the bathroom?
You don't wear underwear?
Yeah, but I was
Okay,
sort of
so that's clothes. I
Damn
said
it.
naked.
Okay. If I slept
Didn't
over,
you
I'd have to
already?
use the shower.
Hell, and now we know why you haven't slept over. There you
Why?
go. And there you go. So, survey
So,
says I am right again. I've been right on all these polls. You all should just start voting with me and you guys will get more right.
or you can continue voting with me and live life on the edge, baby. Eh?
It
Eh?
might be it might be better. It might be better. I don't know. I don't know which one's better, but I do feel like people voting my way have been voting correctly lately.
And I would say people that have been really thinking about the polls and voting with their own mind and judgment are becoming amazing independent thinkers. And listen, regardless of which way you vote, it just matters that you vote. So get into the Hello Friends community of the TV Co-op. Make sure you're voting in the polls to get your voice heard so that this way you can't watch these shows or listen to these shows and be like, what the hell? Like, I don't agree. You got to make your voice heard.
All right, you guys make your voice heard because there also is for Friday's show, correct? Your box where people can put things, where people can talk about the activity, your activity box. What is it called again?
So there is currently a poll up to vote in the activity vlog that will be occurring on Thursday.
Vlog.
And there is also a suggestion box post.
Suggestion box. I said activity box. I'm
Where
close.
where you could leave anything, questions, concerns, topics you'd like to hear us talk about, things, maybe you need advice, maybe like, hey, my boyfriend said this, or hey, my mom is asking me that, like, kind of like an advice column, whatever you guys want, put those suggestions in there. Anything about the show, maybe you're confused about something, just put that in the suggestion box. It's the one with the picture of me like this.
Wait, doing what?
I hold on, I'll put my mug down. I'm like this in the picture. Like I'm pointing down to the comments, like the suggestion box is down there.
I was kidding. Are you really doing that?
No, oh my god. You know how like when you do a tweet, oh my god, I've taken pictures where I'm like, oh, click the link above. And then this, because the comments are underneath, I said put them in the box. Oh my god.
Are you kidding?
Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. How did I not catch that? Oh my god, I'm gonna start crying.
She's not kidding. Can someone get a screen grab of that before it gets deleted for me? Thank you.
No, because you know how like you do like click the link above.
Yeah, I get it. That makes sense. You're pointing
So,
up.
so saying leave your comments below
In my box.
in the suggestion box. Oh my god, Eric. We're live right now. I'm so embarrassed.
Lucky for you, it's time to end the show, Nicole. So
Okay.
head on over to the Nicole's box and stick your questions in before it gets changed.
I had to like, is there any way I could change the photo? No, you don't tell me this.
I didn't see it. You
Eric,
just I was kidding. I was making a joke, and then chat is saying that is what she did. I thought I was being ridiculous making a joke.
no, I knew I did leave your comments below, and I knew I said suggestion box, but I just connected the two that I said leave them below in my box. No! Oh my god, what is wrong with me? There is something wrong with me. I cannot go a week without embarrassing myself. I can't believe I did that. That's bad. Oh my god. Damn it. Can you just end the show?
No, this is good. People like this. I'm just going to let this keep going. Oh man, there's a lot. Oh wow, your family members are putting comments. Oh wow, your parents left suggestions. Wow, oh look at that. Julie came to see who won the prize giveaway and was making a comment.
What can I say? There's been a lot of people in my bar.
Guess so. Well, everyone, I think this is a great place to leave this show off.
Yes, indeed. Oh man.
Is this what
Damn
we're
it.
gonna have to do in the after show?
I guess so.
Okay, great. Well, don't worry, everyone, because we will be back tomorrow at 1 in the afternoon recording an episode of our podcast, Hello Friends, only here in the TV Co app in the Hello Friends community. So if you are around, awake, and up at 1 in the afternoon, make sure you tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday for the recording of our Hello Friends podcast. Otherwise, we will be back here Friday night for our next live video show.
Yes. And like if you want to head over to the Hello Friends community, I would say, can you just wait like a couple minutes so I can delete something and then you can become a new member?
No, we have to do the after show, Nicole, so they do have some
Damn it.
time. Which is why, again, don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe wherever you're watching. And if you think this is the most embarrassing thing that's happened in the Hello Friends community, you'd be wrong. So make sure you head over there as well and join us. Of course, share this show if you made it to the end and think someone else would like it. Weigh in on our conversations. If you guys are having these arguments, let us know over on social media. You can find all of our socials at hellofriendspod.com/find us live. And of course, you can leave your comments, questions, concerns below, as well as a 5-star rating and a nice review on the
See?
podcast.
You can find them below. That's a thing that people would say. And if you said below, you'd point.
No, I wouldn't. Bye for now, everybody.
Bye, friends.
Unless you're watching in the Hello Friends community, stay put. The after show is starting in 1 minute. Bye, friends. Be right back.
Damn it.